Detective Harold McSniff was known for two things, his razor-sharp wit and his magnificent mustache. The mustache was a local legend, a perfectly groomed marvel that curled at the ends with the precision of a master craftsman. Some said it had a life of its own, almost like a sidekick in solving crimes. One morning, Harold awoke to a feeling of utter horror. He reached up to twirl his mustache, as was his custom, only to find nothing. His mustache was gone, vanished into thin air. In its place was a barren patch of upper lip, as smooth as a baby's bottom dot. By Jove! Harold gasped, leaping out of bed. This is no ordinary theft. This is personal. Harold rushed to his bathroom, hoping it was just a terrible dream. But the reflection in the mirror confirmed his worst fears. His glorious mustache had been stolen in the dead of night. He paced around his apartment, muttering to himself. Who could have done this? And why? Determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, Harold threw on his trench coat and grabbed his magnifying glass. He would find the culprit and bring them to justice. No one messes with McSniff's mustache and gets away with it. His first stop was the barber shop. Old man Tony had been trimming Harold's mustache for years. If anyone knew about mustache-related crimes, it was Tony. Tony, Harold barked as he burst through the door. Someone's stolen my mustache. Tony looked up from his scissors, unfazed. Harold. I wondered when you'd come by. Heard about your, incident. You've heard? Harold's eyes widened. What do you know? Tony sighed, putting down his tools. There's been talk, rumors really, of a notorious mustache thief known as the Shearer. They say he's been collecting the finest mustaches from around the world. Yours, of course, would be a prime target. Harold felt a surge of indignation. Collecting? My mustache isn't some trophy. Tony nodded sympathetically. I figured you'd be next. The Shearer always strikes under the cover of night. But no one knows what he looks like. He's a ghost, leaving nothing behind but smooth skin. With this new information, Harold set out to find the Shearer. He scoured the city, questioning every shady barber and wax vendor, but no one had any leads. The mustache underworld was tight-lipped, and Harold's upper lip was still devastatingly bare. Days turned into weeks, and just when Harold was about to give up hope, he received a mysterious note at his office. It read, "Meet me at the old warehouse by the docks. Midnight. Come alone. S." Harold knew it was a trap, but he had no choice. The thought of his mustache out there, held captive, was too much to bear. At midnight, he arrived at the warehouse, the moon casting eerie shadows on the ground. Inside, a single light bulb swung from the ceiling, illuminating a tall figure standing in the middle of the room. The figure turned, revealing a masked man with a mustache so elaborate it could only belong to one person, the Shearer. I've been expecting you, Detective McSniff, the Shearer purred, his voice smooth and oily. You've been searching for this. He pulled a small glass case from his pocket. Inside was Harold's mustache, preserved like a precious artifact. You fiend. Harold growled, stepping forward. Return my mustache at once. The Shearer laughed, twirling his own mustache. I collect the finest mustaches in the world, and yours is the crown jewel. But I'll make you a deal, detective. Solve one final riddle, and you can have it back. Fail, and it's mine forever. Harold's mind raced. He had faced many puzzles in his career, but this was the most personal. The Shearer leaned in, whispering the riddle. What is thick when seen by day, but thin as air by night, and grows with care but leaves with fright? Harold thought quickly, his detective instincts kicking in. Then, with a triumphant smile, he answered, a shadow. The Shearer's eyes widened in shock, his grip on the case loosening. Impossible, he spat. But Harold was already moving, snatching the case from the Shearer's hand. No one outsmarts McSniff, he declared. Defeated, the Shearer vanished into the night, his own mustache drooping in despair. Harold rushed home, carefully reapplying his beloved mustache with the precision of a surgeon. As it settled back into place, he felt whole again. From that day on, Harold McSniff was even more vigilant, knowing that the mustache thief might one day return. But for now, he twirled his mustache with pride, solving crimes and keeping the streets safe.
Thank you for watching. Please like, follow and subscribe for more stories.